Welcome to another episode of Times Square Kung Fu. I'm your host, Frankie, aka the Shogun Supreme.
And I'm Peter Gligoski, Associate Editor over at Flixus.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at The Crow on 4K.
Yeah,
Ooh, look at that standard edition. And then I'm probably going to have a video of the Steelbook going here because me holding it up to the camera doesn't do it justice.
Right, I didn't know the Steelbook was going to slide out with that cool stuff. But I always love this cover, always. You know, it has a nice little shine right there. And then, you know me, I'm a sucker for slip covers, and Peter's a sucker for Steelbook. Yeah. So, we both are winning, you know? But yeah, it's going to be an interesting episode because there's been a lot of weird, not weird, but this film has been formatted wrong for years, and besides the US Blu-ray, so... yeah, this is going to be good, and a lot of Crow fans, including myself. I don't know who the hell is not a Crow fan. We got blessed with this one, so we're going to get into it. So, I mean, we're not going to talk too much about the film. Everybody knows what The Crow is, you know, revenge, Brandon Lee's final role, an amazing final role. The film has great writing. It's quotable for days. Everybody knows, you know, abashed, the devil stood. How awful goodness is. All those lines, you know. Or I want him. You know.
Victims, aren't we all?
Yeah, like, you know, mother and all that stuff. But iconic soundtrack, iconic score. Set design, we will go on and on about that. It is a billion video essays and people misinterpreting the film or interpreting it a certain way. It's a great freaking film. It's a classic. Now, like when me and Peter were talking about this film, because I knew the 4K was coming out, because I followed the director of photography on Wolski. He's, you know, and he worked on the film when this thing came out back in the day. I was super excited. Hype like anybody would, because we've been asking for The Crow. We like the 30th anniversary is showing up. So the release that a lot of people in the Blu-ray forums and film forums always considered to be the best. I know you were doing some research as well, Peter.
Yeah.
Is the Japanese Gen Eon. Did I say it right?
We don't know. We think it's Geneon or Geneon.
Yeah.
Or Geneon.
Like, I didn't know they released live action films, only a few stuff, but they're known for their anime, like Samurai Shampoo back in the day. Everybody remember that logo. So that was the release to go for. But early Blu-ray days, one is great, but the Japanese one had like, the audio was only Dolby Digital. It wasn't even DTS or Dolby Master, none of that.
Yeah.
So Hector Martinez, a good friend of mine, he has an amazing YouTube channel. Giant Bruce Lee collector, ridiculous Brandon Lee fan.
Yeah.
He happened to have the Blu-ray. It looked great. I was excited. I remember I even posted on Twitter, like, this is the framing I remember. Compared to the US Blu-ray, which, you know, when it came out, people told me to avoid it. You know, I didn't do that much research, whatever. They say it was crop. Some people say it was crop. But even people, while we were putting this video together, were saying years ago that even the DVDs, the framing was off. So when this came in, I popped it in. You know, I'm focusing because now that this is what me and Peter do, you know, analyze the picture, colors, and all that stuff. I realized all these years I've been watching this movie wrong.
Yeah.
Like you noticed it right away. There was so much negative space. It's almost like. Because, like I told you, my favorite way to watch films sometimes, because I'm a maniac, is open mat.
Yeah.
Especially for this film, because it looks wild when he's in the church and everything. It's just a preface thing, you know? And when I'm an open mat version, and this is Frank showing off,
oh my God,
is the Laserdisc, this edition. Yep. So, yeah, like, I love it. It's a different experience. And I also have the widescreen DTS on Laserdisc. So there's so much, it's widescreen, but there's so much space on top. So when we put the 4K, when I show you the pictures, it center everything. It looks like, wow, this is the way it's supposed to look. It makes sense.
Yeah, I noticed that immediately too, and then I asked you, I'm like, does this match the Blu-ray or the DVD or anything? And lo and behold, it actually is the same as the US Blu-ray for the most part. There are a few differences in some scenes.
Yeah, which a lot of people were like, again, I didn't go that deep into it, but I remember people were saying like, nah, it's cropped. That's what it was saying. When actually that thing was matted correctly. But we're in an era now with communication between people that worked in the films in the past and these independent labels and such let us know like there's the way it's supposed to look. Hence, like I told you, the Dragon Ball situation, the Sailor Moon situation.
Yeah, where anime was given a very heavy red tint in the US for whatever reason. And now with...
Was it given a red tint? It's something to do with the prints that they were given.
Oh, okay. My misunderstanding there, yeah. But with The Crow, because I was really interested, so I found this one YouTube channel, which the name escapes me right now, but I'll have some footage. The old VHS is basically the open matte Laserdisc in 4x3. So it has the matting, I suppose, of that Japanese Blu-ray. But then when you go to the old DVD, it basically looks like the 4K. The color-wise, obviously, it's, you know, because it's a DVD, it's an 8-bit color. But the matting is pretty friggin' close to what the 4K is. And then you go to the Blu-ray, and it's like, was the movie always supposed to look like this? You know?
Right, because the DVD, it has the same framing like the Japanese Blu-ray, but certain scenes when we looked at the video look like the 4K.
The 4K one, yeah. And there's a shot where Brandon Lee's got his hands up, and for whatever reason in the Japanese one, he's like down here, so he kind of looks small.
On the DVD, it looks just like that, but the majority of that DVD, because I got to check it out again, it's like the Japanese Blu-ray. Yeah, like
very
a
strange
lot of
situation, but I don't
know.
know.
It's just very odd. But the point is, well, you know, before we get into the picture comparison, is that when you have the director of photography at times, and you see the film look different, most likely it's because that's the way it originally looked.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember people made a big deal about Mean Streets. Again, I never saw that film in the theater, but it's probably that's the way it looked.
Could be, yeah.
You know, so, but I mean, I'm not gonna get into that. But the point is,
yeah, for The Crow,
4K.
I think my theory is that the Japanese version is just a complete raw scan. It's just totally unmatted and everything. That's what I.
You think they framed it themselves? Like, this is what we're gonna do it?
No, I don't think they did any kind of framing. I think because obviously movies are shot with more information so that you can frame it properly. You're not gonna only shoot this and then it's we screwed up the shot, you know. But I think the Japanese one is just like they scanned the reel and that was it.
But some people on Twitter really like that version too. I mean, it's just preference at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make a definitive claim like, hey, this one's correct, you're wrong. It's interesting to note that we now have a 4K one with the GOP involved, and it looks like the old Blu-ray.
Yeah, like the 2011 Blu-ray. Everything else looks like the Japanese Blu-ray formatting. But overall, man, we finally got a release that this version has this one doesn't have not. We have everything in one now. We have.
It also doesn't look like crap. Finally, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah, because the 2011 one, certain scenes have like some DNR usage, so there's no weird stuff in this release. We actually finally great in detail, fucking Dolby Vision colors, and great freaking audio. No more like because the Japanese when people were freaking remixing the audio, I even asked you, hey, can you put the American audio on the Japanese Blu-ray?
I'm like, I'm not doing that.
You know, all that stuff. But anyway, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this picture comparison. We're about to show up. I hope you guys enjoy that picture comparison. I mean, I had a blast just checking out the various formats. I mean, it's The Crow. It doesn't matter the way it's formatted. Is a classic film, and it gets that title for a reason. But Peter has been busy. I've been busy. I mean, we saw the tremendous love on the Bruce Lee. The clones, Enter the Clones of Bruce, which fantastic. Massive shout out to everybody at Severin.
Yeah, that was tremendous opportunity, and I'm very
tremendous
happy
opportunity. And Peter, like he mentioned in this channel in abundance of times, he has a strong background in journalism, but not any type of journalism, but gaming journalism, and he launched something very interesting. Has a different approach, man. Let him know, Peter.
So I have my new YouTube channel called Kill All Games. It's fashioned after a cheat code from the Unreal series, and my whole identity with games media throughout the years has been like curtailing to Google SEO and getting around editors who want a specific view on games, and I kind of got tired of it over time, and I just want to give very honest reviews that, I probably won't look at big games because I've fallen out of AAA games, and today's news with Microsoft closing studios kind of shows where the AAA industry is going.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
But yeah, so far my channel hasn't been a huge success, but I did pretty good with a video for Phantom Fury, which came out unfortunately rushed and a little buggy, but I hope 3D Realms pulls
That's like games now, you might patch it.
I hope 3D Realms pulls through. But yeah, that's my whole aim with that channel, is just to provide something more honest, a little more behind the scenes, and I would like to delve into interviews and all that. I actually have a short interview with one indie developer, and it'd be great if everyone could check it out if they're into games.
Yeah, and the one of the things, the narrative you see online, especially on Twitter, is that games are dying and everything, but Peter covers a lot of independent games. So I'm gonna let you guys know, start adding these games to your wish list on Steam, because he's covering a lot of stuff that I didn't even know about, and I'm in it still in the gaming community, but that's Peter's thing,
Indie games.
Yeah, man. But now your channel is definitely good, man. Especially the way you narrated it and all that. You know what I mean? So yes, people, check it out. Peter's gonna probably put a splash special effects over this video.
I wish I had some kind of better logo, but I don't have that much money yet. Eventually.
Yeah, but we got a lot of videos set up. I mean, you guys noticed there's been a gap on videos just because we had a lot of stuff lined up, reviews, and I'm also been covering like exotic films and pinking films, which I have a dedicated account to that on Twitter, and I'm gonna link that to the description. And the account is taking off to the point that, like I told Peter earlier, that I got some opportunities that about to pop off, which I cannot share at the moment until it's solidified. But yeah, we've been busy and we have a lot of good stuff to cover because, like I said, I got a stack here, a stack right there. Is like a lot. So this week we have a lot of videos coming out, man.
Yeah. But
guys, as always, like, share, and subscribe, and buy The Crow in 4K, man. It's worth it.
Either physically or digitally, just buy it.
Definite, man. Peace.